Did the Miami Heat have a change of heart? Or another team has jumped ahead of them in the race to acquire 15-time All-Star Kevin Durant? The Phoenix Suns are close to trading Durant, John Gambadoro of Arizona Sports reports, after reports surfaced about the Heat's unwillingness to include Kel'el Ware in the return package. A Kevin Durant deal is very close. Phoenix continues to work with multiple teams to get the deal they want, and I expect it will happen today or tomorrow, Gambadoro wrote on X on Sunday, June 22. However, Gambadoro did not disclose which among Durant's suitors is close to finalizing a deal to acquire the future Hall of Famer. The sticking point in Kevin Durant trade talks. On Friday, June 20th, multiple reports pointed to the Heat's firm stance on the Durant trade talks. Even though the Raptors' offer of either R.J. Barrett or Emmanuel Quickley alongside potentially Jakob Poeltl and draft picks is enticing, it is the Heat that league personnel are signaling as the team with a better chance at a deal. Although the two sides are not right at the finish line yet in trade talks, one player can get them there, wrote Clutch Point's Brett Siegel, referring to Ware. However, the Heat have not firmly offered Ware in a proposed package until that point, according to Siegel. Fisher confirmed Siegel's report later on Friday night. Miami is said to be firmly against including standout rookie center Kel'el Ware in their offers for Durant, sources say. Fisher reported on the latest, the Steinline Substack newsletter. The Suns then sent an ultimatum to the Heat. If Pat Riley and his front office don't push more chips in to get Durant, a player Riley has wanted to bring to South Beach for years, they will be out, and the Suns will further their talks with the other teams interested, Siegel wrote. Suns did background check on Andrew Wiggins. The Suns have Wednesday, June 25th, the first day of the 2025 NBA draft, as their artificial deadline for a Durant deal. They want to execute the selection of whatever draft pick they can get in the return package for the future Hall of Famer. A Heat trade for Durant would likely involve this year's 20th pick, which they acquired from the Golden State Warriors as part of the Jimmy Butler return package. Andrew Wiggins, who is also part of the Butler deal, would be part of the Heat's package for Durant, according to multiple reports. Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype reported that the Heat have done their due diligence on Wiggins. Regarding the Miami Heat's interest in Kevin Durant, the franchise was interested in acquiring him before the deadline and remains interested in reuniting him with fellow Olympians Bam Adebayo and coach Eric Spoelstra. The Suns have done background work on Heat forward Andrew Wiggins, league sources told Hoops Hype. Wiggins is owed $28.22 million this upcoming season and would likely be a part of any Heat trade package for Durant. A key factor in Miami's chances of landing Durant could hinge on whether the franchise is willing to part with talented 21-year-old big man Kel'el Ware, who's of interest to Phoenix, Scotto wrote. Heat still frontrunners? The Heat are considered frontrunners by league personnel, according to Siegel, to land Durant because of Ware. Talks between the Heat and the Suns will reach a whole new level if Ware is included in a revamped trade package for Durant. This is why many around the league who spoke with Clutch Points view the Heat as the team that can get over the finish line the easiest, Siegel wrote. The Heat are on Durant's list of preferred destinations, according to ESPN's senior NBA insider Shams Charania, where he is willing to sign an extension. The other two are the San Antonio Spurs and Houston Rockets. Durant has 1 year and $54.7 million left in his current 4-year, $190 million contract. He can sign a 2-year, $112 million extension wherever he lands next. If he waits 6 months after the trade, he could fetch more, $124 million over 2 years, according to Charania. Two more teams, Minnesota Timberwolves and Toronto Raptors, outside of Durant's list have a puncher's chance of landing Durant, who could be a 1-year rental unless he changes his mind. The Miami Heat are the clear frontrunners in the Kevin Durant trade talks among league personnel, Clutch Point's Brett Siegel reported on Friday, June 20th. Even though the Raptors' offer of either R.J. Barrett or Emmanuel Quickley alongside potentially Jakob Poeltl and draft picks is enticing, it is the Heat that league personnel are signaling as the team with a better chance at a deal. Although the two sides are not right at the finish line yet in trade talks, one player can get them there, Siegel wrote. Kel'el Ware. It is not the first time that Ware has been reported as the player who is keeping the Heat from getting a Durant deal to the finish line. Last week, NBA insider Jake Fisher reported the same for the Steinline Substack newsletter. Miami's ultimate willingness to surrender Kel'el Ware, given the Suns' noted hole at center, could be the true swing factor in the Heat's Durant pursuit. In February, it was clear. Sources say Miami was unwilling at the trade deadline to part with either of its recent first-round draft successes. Ware or Jamie Jaquez Jr. Could that change now after Miami fell so flat in the playoffs with its post-Butler roster? Fisher wrote, Heat remain firm. Talks between the Heat and the Suns will reach a whole new level if Ware is included in a revamped trade package for Durant. This is why many around the league who spoke with Clutch Points view the Heat as the team that can get over the finish line the easiest, Siegel wrote. However, the Heat have been unwilling to surrender Ware, according to Siegel. If Pat Riley and his front office don't push more chips in to get Durant, a player Riley has wanted to bring to South Beach for years, they will be out, and the Suns will further their talks with the other teams interested, Siegel wrote. Fisher confirmed Siegel's report later on Friday night. Miami is said to be firmly against including standout rookie center Kel'el Ware in their offers for Durant, sources say. Fisher reported on the latest, the Steinline Substack newsletter. Will Pat Riley flinch? According to Siegel, Andrew Wiggins and Ware would headline the framework of potential Heat package for Durant should they include the center fresh off an outstanding rookie campaign. The 7-foot Ware was named to the NBA All-Rookie Second Team after averaging 9.3 points on 55.4% shooting and 7.4 rebounds in 22.2 minutes. Wiggins was part of the return package the Heat received from the Warriors for Jimmy Butler. On top of getting Ware, there is one more Suns goal in a Durant trade. Whatever happens, the Suns have signaled that they want to move out of the tax aprons altogether, which is why multiple teams will be involved to help take on unwanted salary, Siegel wrote. With 1 year and $54.7 million left on his 4-year, $190 million deal, Durant is a flight risk after in what could be a 1-year rental. Fortunately for the Heat, they're one of the 3 teams that Durant is willing to commit long-term should they trade for him, ESPN's senior NBA insider Shams Charania reported. The other 2 are the San Antonio Spurs and the Houston Rockets. Both Texas teams have been reluctant to go all in on Durant because of his possible awkward fit with their very young timeline. The Durant trade is for the Heat to lose. As the Miami Heat continue to be linked to a potential trade for Phoenix Suns forward Kevin Durant, the franchise may also be eyeing a familiar complementary piece in the process. According to NBA insiders Jake Fisher and Mark Stein, Miami has expressed interest in Suns swingman Cody Martin, who could emerge as part of a larger deal structure involving Durant. In a recent report from the Steinline, Fisher and Stein noted that several teams have inquired about Martin, 29, and that he may be involved in any multi-team trade package Phoenix assembles to facilitate a Durant deal. Among those teams, the Heat are reportedly showing notable interest. League sources say several teams have registered interest in the Suns' Cody Martin, they reported. The veteran swingman could very well factor into any direct or multi-team deal that Phoenix inevitably puts together to ship out the NBA's number 8 all-time leading scorer. Miami, to name one example, is known to hold an affinity for Martin, sources say. The Heat certainly developed a familiarity for Martin while Miami rostered his twin brother Caleb. Cody Martin is coming off his 7th NBA season, which he split between the Charlotte Hornets and the Phoenix Suns. Across 53 games, he averaged 6.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, 2.0 assists, and 1.1 steals while shooting 41.8% from the field and 28.5% from 3 in 22.1 minutes per game. Martin will be on an expiring $8.6 million contract for the 2025-26 season, adding potential trade value as a short-term, cap-friendly asset. Cody Martin emerges as Heat target in Kevin Durant trade talks. Though not a high-usage player, Martin is widely regarded as a versatile defender and reliable role player. His ability to guard multiple positions and contribute on both ends of the floor makes him a logical target for a Miami team known for valuing defensive tenacity and system fit. The Heat, who were eliminated in the first round of the 2025 playoffs after earning the number 8 seed via the play-in tournament, are actively exploring roster upgrades. While the focus remains on a possible deal for Durant, Miami has the flexibility to build out its supporting cast through multi-team frameworks, something Phoenix appears open to, particularly as it aims to reset its tax positioning and improve roster depth. Durant, 36, averaged 26.6 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 4.2 assists this past season, but the Suns missed the postseason with a 36-46 record. Under new head coach Jordan Ott, the organization is expected to pursue roster changes that provide immediate competitive value while reducing long-term salary burdens. Caleb Martin, who previously played 3 seasons with Miami, signed with the Philadelphia 76ers last offseason before being traded to the Dallas Mavericks. His time in Miami left a strong impression on the franchise, and that familiarity could influence how the Heat evaluate Cody's fit within their system. As trade discussions around Durant evolve, players like Martin could become key components in bridging financial gaps and balancing roster needs. Whether or not the Heat ultimately land Durant, their interest in Martin signals a broader strategy to improve both top-end talent and rotational depth.